Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the regular city council meeting for the city of Markham for December 7th, 2022 to order. I'd ask that everyone would please stand, say the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have invocation by All Lady McDowell. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord God, we thank you for blessing us to see another day. Lord, as we're in this holiday season, you're the reason for the season. And Lord, we ask you to come into this council chambers, bless us, the city of Markham, as we conduct your business, that everything that we do will be done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
We'll go to roll call, please.
Mayor Agpower.
Here.
Alderman Barron. Alderwoman McDowell.
Present.
Alderwoman Brianna Hampton Hauser.
Present.
Alderman Jones.
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right. Approval of minutes, regular city council meeting minutes for November 16th, 2022.
Mayor Powell,
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the November 16th regular city council meeting minutes as submitted with any noted corrections.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderman McDowell for approval of regular city council meeting minutes for November 16th, 2022. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Approval of minutes for special meeting minutes for November 28th, 2022.
Mayor Powell,
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes for the special meeting on November 28th, 2022 as submitted.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Lady McDowell for approval of minutes for special meeting minutes November 28th, 2022. Question? Roll call.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Abstain.
Motion carried.
Authorization claims and account, the bill list.
Mayor Powell,
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the authorizations and bill list, the invoice payments, approval for December 7th, 2022, which reads as follows. Corporate, $528,624.88. We have water and sewer at $216,170.01. We have solid waste at $8,656.15. We have motor fuel at $14,408.32. We have the Markham Senior Living Complex at $25,839.07. The roller rink at $955.59. We have the TIF Dixie Highway at $5,111.80. We have Jevic TIF at $2,600, which gives us a total of $802,365.82. We also have manual checks totaling $2,500, which gives us a grand total of $804,865.82.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman Jones for approval of authorization claims and accounts, approval of the bill list. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And timing could not be better. I'll let him take his coat off. But the next order of business is a special presentation tonight, and I thought I was gonna have to give the speech about Commissioner tonight, but I'll reserve some of that speech for one of my former colleagues, but will always be one of my colleagues, from city to city, village to city. That would be Mayor Ward. I'm going to ask that we open the floor for special presentation, if you will.
Make a motion that we open the floor for a special presentation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Tonight, we're going to, I know that I've had this discussion with many of you over the years about what services we've gotten from Cook County and how gracious the county has been to us. In fact, I just met with the county this week, just the other day, Mr. Champion, about improvements that they're making in our district, in our area. And one of our pioneers of the 5th District, and I say that because when I run into Commissioner Deborah Sims, who is retired now, and now is being replaced by a new young lady, newcomer, and Monica Gordon is her name. When I saw her the other night, I mentioned to her, I said, Madam Commissioner, I remember you from so many years ago, and I'm your 3rd mayor. So that is how long her tenure's been, clear back to Evans Miller, obviously Mayor Webb, and now myself. And I've worked with her for many years, myself in the fire service, and one way or another I've had to work with. I work with here in Markham, over Country Club Hills, and she's just meant so much to the Southland. And I'll tell you, I just left a message today to I know that Mayor Ward will speak. He worked with her office quite diligently now, and he'll have some words for us. But I just told her that I wanted to reach out and still sit by her feet to talk with her about all of what she knows in government. And I don't think she's going to be too far away for any of us to be able to look and talk to her. And if you think you've got this thing made and you know it all and you're in these seats, you're wrong. And that's anybody that starts talking that way, you should run from. So that's that'll be the kryptonite to run away from me. If you start telling me, I know, you better get away from it, okay? The town's on fire. So, that's how that goes, if you ask me, because this is not, I will say I gotta take a page out of, when it comes to government, it's certainly politics. I take the word from one of my colleagues, Alderman Jones, to say that politics is a gladiator sport. And so, it can really be rough sometimes, but it also has an art. I went to college to get a degree, at least a college, community college degree in political science. And it's an art form as well. So you have to know how to articulate things in government as well. So it's the art of being able to get things done and have some cooter, my mother would say, or some class about it. So with that, we have a resolution that I'm not going to read because we'd be here as a graduation ceremony, but I'd like to ask Mayor Ward to come on behalf of the city, to come on behalf of the county for Commissioner Deborah Sims in her retirement, and she wanted to be here. Now, I also will be honest enough to tell you one of the things I said to her, and I was being gracious about it. Now, when it comes to inviting me back, don't call me because I'm going to be retired. I'm not coming back to no award. You can mail it to me. I'll be in Florida or somewhere warm. Don't ask me to come back. So, I joke about that all the time. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'll probably be in a hurry to come back. Somebody give me something to do. But just to say Mayor Ward, I know that we'd like to take a picture with you. They couldn't have sent a better ambassador because I know you in government for many years, my friend. He served as I serve now. He was the president of the Southland Regional Mayor's Black Caucus. I was his vice president, and then I moved up the ranks, so he got me ready. Right. So with that, we have a resolution. Again, I don't want to make it a graduation ceremony, but we'll ask you to have that, hold that. We're eventually going to get all the council members to take a picture with you, but I will read this. This is the Lifetime Achievement Award presented to Commissioner Deborah Sims, Cook County Board of Commissioners, 5th District. With deep appreciation for the visionary guidance, undaunting leadership, and dedicated service as a public servant and our 5th District Cook County Commissioner, for your willingness to give of yourself and be used where God has placed you, to allow God to use you to touch many and to make a difference in the lives of youth, seniors, the workforce, and our communities. Thank you for 28 years of loyal and dedicated service. That God be with you and watch over you in this new season. With gratitude and appreciation, Mayor Roger A. Powell, the Markham City Council, and the City of Markham, 2022. So, Mayor Ward, thank you. Mayor Ward.
So trying to even sit here or stand here and speak on behalf of the commissioner is a daunting task. You don't realize the depth of the responsibility until you begin to work with a person, right? And of course, I've been knowing Commissioner Sims for many years, and we've all been knowing her and working with her, right? Going over and requesting things and requesting meetings and trying to get funds like every other suburban town. But you don't realize that until, when she asked me to come work for her, my first question was, what do you want me to do? And her response was, well, and what I know, you go to your meetings. I know you go to a lot of events, and I know you do a lot of networking. She said, yes. So she got quiet and said, well, that's what I want you to do. My first question was, and you're gonna pay me for this? And she said, yes. So, and we've got along just genuinely from day one. And she has got to the point where she said, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you anything, just, and I said, well, there's someone that wants you to go here, go here. She said, well, go. So it's been a pleasure working with her. When you're working with a town, it could be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. However, in a county district, it may be 300,000 people that you have to represent, and it don't seem like it, but trust me, it is from the far Southland of Chicago all the way back past Chicago Heights. So it's quite an area to cover. But we've done the best we could, and I will say, Monica, the person that's sitting in now for Commissioner, we've talked a little bit, and clearly, I sort of told her who my favorites were, in the Southland, and so she knows, so we're good.
Politics is art form, right?
It's an art form, it really is, but it comes easy when you know people and you know how genuine people are, and I know this mayor, I know the clerk, the treasurer, this entire board, council. When you know everybody and you know where their heart is, it's huge. It makes a difference. And and we know that once you receive dollars, you're going to do exactly what thus says you need to do with them. So this is an easy situation here, and we just look forward to continuing to work with you guys and the entire district. And if there's anything that you guys need, just let us know, let me know, and we got you. We really got you. So thank you. And she would want to say just thank you for putting up with her for 28 years, which is a task in itself, to do that on a daily basis and to know the depths of the meetings that go on at the county building. Sometimes a regular meeting from committee to committee could be 4, 5, 6 hours, and it goes, it just, and that's just one day, and then you go back the next day. So it seems, it's just nice, it's easy, but it's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
And she's put the work in, and the plaques, the different things that she's receiving, she deserves it.
Yes.
Anybody that's listening to those seats, including the president. And you can tell I was a mayor, so I need to cut myself off.
That's all right.
So,
that's all right. Hey, that's all right. That's all you got.
I got go. Yeah.
All right. But that's okay. We appreciate it, Mayor. We really do. Can I ask the council members let's take a picture of Mayor Ward, and we want to get it over to Commissioner Sims. If we could take a group shot, how would you want us to position? We'll stay where we're at, and everybody else just come and flank us on the side of us.
I'm thinking behind.
Okay, yeah, why don't you all just go up top there? Yeah.
How you been?
Big pushes, he was really pushing, let me tell you, to get that done for her. And I think I mentioned to make sure. Yeah.
All right, guys, we got one more. Now we'll bring it down.
But look, can we see you back there? You should go to the other side or something.
Actually, right there, it's in this one.
Oh, yeah, go to the other side. Did you get it?
Yeah, I mean, I can get it here.
Rudy can get it, but I can't.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine then.
yeah. Go for the top one, right?
To the top, all right, the top one.
Come on, Leslie, come in, oh, yeah, there we go.
No.
Did you say no?
I can't reach it, it's too high.
Now, we have company.
One more.
I have a height challenge.
Okay, you got it? Okay. Oh, there's enough. Let's see. Who's in it now?
You.
Let me see what you got it? Yeah. Let me switch to that one. Hold on, guys. Is that it? This is it, right?
Linda, you shouldn't be so tall.
Okay. And let's do this last one. I know I said one, okay.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, definitely. All right, well, give our best. And
You got it. You got it. Thanks, guys.
The total, I think, a few minutes. All right.
Thank you for your time. I didn't mean to interrupt your meeting.
No. You gotta stay. You were part of the meeting, so you're good. I will say, as we close out this special presentation, Mayor Ward is so right about the things that they deal with the county government. It's like what we do on steroids, though, because it goes from day to day to day where they have to do things. And I learned that experience with Frank Zuccarelli, and how they would correspond from township to county and how they would go. So I saw some behind the scenes type of things, and even coming in as mayor, I learned going down there to the county to lobby for different things. I went down there with a group of mayors when we were dealing with Class 8s and the changes in the Class 8s. So they have their work cut out for them. The good thing is we do know the new commissioner pretty well, so that should work out for us pretty good. And I think that Mayor Ward is still going to be on board. That it's always helpful in government to move things along. So, all right. Thanks for that time, and we'll
Close the meeting to a special presentation.
all in favor? Okay, ayes have it. Let's go over to the attorney's report. Tonight we have several items he's going to cover with us. Do we have an ordinance for this? Do we do an ordinance for this? Well, did we do an ordinance? Yeah, we've already got an ordinance, so you don't have this? Oh, okay. Okay.
We still have a subject of condition.
We have to do that first. Right. Is that on there?
Yes. Right here.
Right. It's not on the agenda. It wasn't on the agenda. It was shooting for.
Exhibit? He's got it. Did you list it as an exhibit?
It's not going to approve. It's planning zone. The planning zone is not going to. No, I didn't have to get that.
Section 2, can we just say, can we just amend it in?
Can you want to come up sidebar with us here for a minute? With the attorney.
Section 2 of the ordinance adopts the findings and recommendations of the planning commission. If you want to do it by separate.
So we don't.
You don't have to.
We don't have to. What, we don't have to?
You know, it's already part of the, it's already
Section 2 adopts the findings and recommendations of the planning board, which is attached to the ordinance. So passing the ordinance will, in essence, adopt.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That will carry on.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Well, okay, so moving along, we've got your ordinance to the attorney. We've got 3 of them to do, or 4 there, 4.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, members of the public, with respect to the city attorney's report, it appears under 8. A proposed ordinance authorizing a special use permit to NMGIL4 LLC doing business as Body and Mind for a cannabis dispensary at 3063 West 159th Street here in the city of Markham. You have that with you here for consideration this year?
Yes, everybody's got their ordinance. Yes.
I'll make a motion that we waive the reading on it, correct?
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading to ordinance number 22-0-2345.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2345, an ordinance authorizing special use permit to NMGIL4 IL4 LLC, doing business as Body and Mind for a cannabis dispensary at 3063 West 159th Street in the city of Markham, Illinois.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman Barron, to waive the reading for an ordinance authorizing a special use permit as read. Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Yes, Diane.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
motion carried.
Mayor Alpao,
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 220-2345, an ordinance authorizing a special use permit to NMGIL4 LLC, doing business as Body and Mind for a cannabis dispensary at 3063 West 159th Street in the city of Markham, Illinois.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman Barron, for approval of ordinance authorizing special use permit for NMGIL4 LLC, DBA Body and Mind for cannabis dispensary at 3063 159th, city of Markham, Illinois. Question? There's no question. I just have a comment that I know that attorney was going to elaborate on the board findings from planning and zoning. I just didn't really see the need to go into that. We've all been able to study what we have. So I didn't want to seem like I was pushing you off the attorney. I just we'd be here like the same thing with the special presentation as we do here all night. And I think that we've all done enough, and it's been open to the public long enough for people to deal with it. So if there was something to question, then they would. So with that, roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Abstain.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
motion carried.
And thank you. I always want to be considerate to not just my colleagues, but certainly the public, as you all have graciously done. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, next we have under 8B, a proposed ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023 and ending April 30th, 2024, tax year 2022, city of Markham, Illinois.
Mayor Powell.
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading of ordinance 2346. An ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for fiscal year beginning April 2023, ending April 30th, 2024, tax year 2022, of the city of Markham.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderman Hampton, for an ordinance for tax levy assessment, to waive reading for ordinance of tax levy assessment for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023, ending April 30th, 2024, as read. Roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
motion carried.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 22-0-2346, the ordinance for levy and assessment of taxes for fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023, ending April 30th, 2024, of the city of Markham.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Barrett, second by Alderman Hampton, for approval of ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023, ending April 30th, 2024, as read. Question? I just had a comment. I appreciate you all didn't make the comments tonight, which is good. Keep it moving. I'll just say, as we all know, this is our annual levy to the, what we offset, what we budget every year, and very minimal, if any, really increase to that levy, which is a good thing. We're still doing balanced budgets and operating the city, and just getting more and more things done in terms of what the deficit we want to have. We're lowering that all the time, so thank God for that. So with that, yes, sir.
So we are within the 5% of the 5%?
Yes.
All right.
We sure are.
Did they put it on the record? Did they say that on the record or no?
I don't think so.
It's not necessary.
I'm sorry, Treasurer. I didn't think so, no.
All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, because I know when I talked with Ms. Christina here, that came up just, and I asked her if she said it one or the other.
Okay, great.
So we're within that for sure.
Absolutely.
But this is for police, fire protection, all those good things that take care of us all.
Okay.
And that's what, those are the primary, because it's not to mention the universal pension issue. I don't have to tell anybody about that, right, Alderman Barron? Yeah. Well, he's gonna scream about those pensions, make sure those pensions, and it's the right thing to do. It really is for us. So, all right, roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, we have under 8C, a proposed ordinance abating the real estate tax heretofore levied in the tax levy year 2022 to pay the debt service on $5,550,000 general obligation refunding bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2005A, the City of Markham, County Clerk, Illinois.
Mayor,
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading of ordinance number 22-0-2347 in order abating the real estate tax hereof levy for the tax levy year 2022 to pay the debt services for $5,550,000 general obligation refund bonds, alternative revenue source, series 2005A of the City of Markham, Cook County, Illinois.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Jones, second by Alderman Hampton, to waive the reading for ordinance abating the real estate tax hereto levied for the tax levy of year 2022 to pay debt service of $5,550,000 as read. Roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
motion carried.
Mayor, I make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 22-0-2347 in order abating the real estate levy for the tax year 2022 to pay the debt services for $5,550,000 general obligation bonds, series 2005A of the City of Markham, Cook County, Illinois.
Second, Mayor.
Motion by Alderman Jones, second by Alderman Hampton for approval of ordinance abating the real estate tax hereto levy for the tax levy year 2022 as read. Any question? I'll just have a quick comment again. This is to deal with bonds that I found out from the finance director today that we really don't have a lot of years left on the bonds. I would say in the next eight years or thereabout, a lot of these bonds will be gone for this building and a lot of other things that we've signed up for. So it's a bright future. So when we're paying $1 million here or $500,000 here to pay these bonds, $800,000, that'll be money that'll go on the streets, water, sewer, you name it, light, things to improve the community, make it better and stronger. So we're paying our debt off. I love it. Okay. All right. With that, roll call.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, under 8D, we have a proposed ordinance abating the real estate tax heretofore levied for the tax levy year 2022 to pay the debt service on $295,000 of General Obligation Bond Series 2012, City of Markham, Cook County, Illinois.
Mayor Powell.
Yes.
I make a motion that we waive the reading of ordinance number 22-0-2348. An ordinance abating the real estate tax here, therefore, levy for the tax levy year 2022 to pay the debt service on $295,000 general obligation bond series 2012 of the city of Markham County, Cook County, Illinois.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Hampton, second by Alderman Jones, to waive the reading of ordinance abating the real estate tax here to levy for the tax levy year 2022 for debt service, to pay debt service is $295,000 general obligation bond series 2012 as read. Roll call.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Mayor Powell.
Yes.
I make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 22-0-2348, an ordinance abating the real estate tax here therefore, levy for the tax levy year 2022 to pay the debt services of $295,000 general obligation bond series 2012 of the city of Markham, Cook County, Illinois.
Second.
Motion by Lady Hampton, second by Alderman Jones for approval of ordinance abating real estate tax here to levy for the tax levy year 2022 as read. Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I have nothing under 8, E, F, G, H, I, or J, Mr. Mayor.
All right, Alderman OP.
All right, that's it for my report.
All right. Thank you. We'll go over to city clerk report.
Good evening. I have a couple of announcements, and we have some business licenses this evening. The first announcement, please join us in celebrating the lighting of the 2022 Markham Community Christmas Tree. Enjoy holiday refreshments and music with Markham officials, community residents, and friends. Tuesday, December 13th, 2022 at 5 p.m. 3454 West 155th Street in Markham. This is co-sponsored by the Nature Conservancy, Indian Boundary Prairies. Also, city stickers will go on sale beginning Monday, December 12th through February 28, 2023. At the initial price of $25 for renewal. We will also provide services for those that work late or can't get here by 5 o'clock. On the following days, we'll be open until 6:30 p.m. And please note, these are city council days, so you may want to come into the council to attend the meetings. That'll be Wednesday, January 4th, 2023, Wednesday, January 18th, 2023, Wednesday, February 1st, 2023, and Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. Notices went out today, so you will be receiving your renewal notices in the mail in the next couple of days. Thank you. For business licenses, the first one we have is Sugar Sweets Events and Prints, LLC. And that is Jody Peters and Dean Hilton. They're located, they don't have the address on here,
Okay.
but are they in attendance?
Yeah, they're here in attendance. Can we open the floor to,
Make a motion to open the floor to Sugar Sweet Event and Grant LLC.
okay. All in favor? Aye. You can either stand over there, or you can come to the mic over here and just tell us briefly about your business. I think that's really all you'll be doing tonight. Some of this, council, if you might notice some of the addresses, these were businesses that we had finally got in contact with from the parcel of land in Dixie that's adjacent to Adriana's, and a lot of them are coming to compliance. These are just a few other businesses that have come into compliance over time, and they're stopping by to let us know that they're doing their due diligence to have their license and things like that. So, good evening.
Good evening.
If you want to tell us just a little bit about your business.
My business is an event decor company. We do event planning, business printing, large format printing for businesses as well, not just events. We teach event decor training to other hopefuls that would like to get into the business as well.
Did you say your address, for the record, the location of the business, what's the program?
For the record, it's 2044 West 163rd Street, Montague Unit C.
Okay, yeah, it's not on the app.
It's not.
Yeah, so that's good, we'll have that here. We know where you're at in the building department, but it's good that we have it on record, we straightened it out. You give the building and nothing else. Okay. That wasn't on the app, so. Any other questions? Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Close the floor.
Okay, I make a motion to close the floor to, Sugar Sweets Events and Print LLC.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, what's your pleasure tonight for this business?
I make a motion to grant a business license to Sugar Sweet Event and Print LLC.
Second.
Motion by Alden Gentry, second by Alden Barron. I'm sorry, McDowell. Motion and second by Barron. And this is for to grant business license to Sugar and Sweets events. Sugar Sweet events. Roll call.
Alderman Lady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Lady Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, you can see tomorrow for the building department for your license and pay whatever fees you have to pay, we'll be fine. Thank you. Okay,
Okay, next, Nonchalant Candles, located at 2044 West 163rd Street, Unit 1B in Markham. And the business owner is Lakeisha Hart.
is Lakeisha Hart here tonight? Are you ready for that business?
Yes.
Oh, she's here.
You got a representative over here? Hello. All right.
Oh,
I make
okay.
a motion to open the floor to
Nonchalant candles.
nonchalant candles.
Okay.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Ms. Shy is the.
Yeah, I am.
Tell us a little bit about Nonchalant Candles.
Nonchalant Candles is a small candle company. Myself and my daughter started it 3 years ago. So this is my 4th month at the location 2044 West 163rd, 1B. Yeah, Suite 1B. And so I'm nervous and I'm devastated as well. I'm very devastated because I received a letter that we had to leave the business. And I was like taken by surprise from this. It's heart-wrenching. I've been there for 4 months. I was just getting my foot wet, getting myself out there. I make my candles myself. I had like over 1,000 candles in inventory. And I'm just sad. And my business was picking up. I have an online store as well. And so it's a small company, but my candles smell amazing. Wow. And I just started a business, so yeah, I'm very taken back from this.
Well, so you're leaving?
Yeah, I have to leave because from my understanding, the building was sold. And so we're all getting evicted.
Okay, wow. So what do you need a business license, you need evicted?
Well, this was part of what happened 4 months ago with bringing, we didn't know anything about that part of it. We just had to do our part from 4 months ago for her and everybody else that had to get their license. So,
Sorry to hear that.
and should you obviously stay, then we'll make some arrangements with you, whatever's necessary to work with you. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we certainly, I've heard about that, so we certainly feel for you too. Hopefully you can, if this comes about, if it doesn't proceed, then you could, then maybe you could find another location with us somewhere in the community.
Yes, because I like this community. It's not a storefront, but I like the place that I was in. And it was I was bringing business to the location and everything. So it's taking me, like, I'm very devastated to be uprooted. So just being there 4 months, putting my hard-earned money into a facility that, that I won't get back. I don't know who to contact to get my deposit back. I'm just at a loss, as a Black-owned business owner. Like, I don't know what to do.
Talk with our, they know some of those people that may have some contacts.
Yeah, I just need answers, and this is my first time ever coming to anything like this. So this is new to me. Excuse me if I'm not being politically correct.
No, it's okay. You're doing fine.
Yeah, I just need answers. That's all.
No, you're telling it like it is. Talk with our building officials. The leader of the department over there knows some of those
And who
individuals.
would that be?
That's Mr. Sharmers, Mr. Rob.
Do you have cards or anything?
I want to give her my card.
Yeah, so talk with Mr. Champion. He'll give you a card here.
Okay, well, thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'm
You're welcome.
nervous, but
That's
thank you
all
so
right.
much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Can I?
I make a motion to close for my, attorney.
Before you do,
Excuse me. All in favor?
wait, before you do, she have one question. Do I have, was my business license approved?
Well, we're gonna vote on it now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So give us a minute. Give us 1 minute. Okay, council, what's your pleasure?
I make a motion to approve the business license for non-changing accounts.
Second.
Motion by Alderman McDowell, second by Alderman Barron for approval of business license for nonchalant cannabis. Question? Roll call?
Alderman McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Housen,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, so you can see the building department about your license tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and certainly these things will always help, whether you're online business or not, they still validate you, for having a business license for wherever you reside. Even if you were at home business, you need some type of licensure, or you should, to validate who you are.
Thank you so much.
Okay? All right, next, Madam Clerk.
Next is Myers Court, located at 2044 West 163rd Street, Unit 7 and 8 in Markham. And William Harper is the business owner.
And, Alderman McDowell, did you meet with him? You did with Mr. Chairman?
I didn't, that personally, no.
I remember his name, but we'll have to pass it, and if you don't have, you want to pass it? Okay. What about the next thing? Was Louis in there?
No,
Oh, no, that was,
No, I know that was Dean. No, I thought I saw.
really?
no.
I didn't think I saw him.
I know seen Dean. It must have been earlier today.
Oh, really?
I know I saw him.
Okay, so what, pass on these two tonight? Yeah, we, definitely, I know that what, Lewis is a vendor to the city, so we want to get him done eventually, so we want to get him back.
Mayor, Lewis is dealing with a medical issue that he couldn't.
Do you know enough about, you all know?
I do with Lewis. Lewis, I do, yes.
Okay, yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, he's a vendor of the city.
Yeah, he's a vendor, so let's see if we can move along, so you want to make a.
Sure, I make a motion to approve the business license for Lewis Towing and Company.
Second.
Motion by Alderman McDowell, second by Alderman Jones for approval of business license for Lewis Towing. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderwoman McDowell.
Yes.
Alderwoman Johnson Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries. That is all I have.
Well, that may be all you have under that, but some of these businesses, I want to honestly say thank you to the council. And why am I saying that? Because believe it or not, you know, it makes it so much better when you all know what you know and understand what you understand about moving this stuff along. Because sometimes I know that what, not just building department, myself or Mr. Champion, when we do review and things like that to get it ready to come to you, it's even better when you all already know what's going on, keep it up, and boom, you know, you're able to do it. So I'm so grateful for all of you. Really, so thank you. Okay, under the mayor's report, I'm gonna miss something, but that's okay. I wanna move along. I will tell everybody, my wife helped me pick out my Christmas colors. I asked her about, I want to look like Christmas, and then all the Jones came in like a tree. So it's Christmas tree. So we got this together for the holiday. As soon as I saw that green, I was like, spot on, I like it. I'm gonna give you one of those next year. So, but we are in that season. We only will have this meeting this month. I am grateful for the time, this time of month, clear from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. I think probably since I've been in the office, it probably needs more and more because I've learned so much from so many other people, not just from what I've learned in my home, my family through the years, but from when I was a kid. It takes on a new meaning when you have a city as a family, you know, citywide about, and being a part of everybody's life, different businesses and things like that, it takes on a new meeting. But we will only have this meeting, one meeting this month, and we will resume and have our next meeting in January. I think it's the 4th will be our next meeting. We would have not quite had a quorum. I know that we do like to have November and December really with limited meetings if possible, but by obligation, the law, we have to meet unless we don't have a quorum or we knew that we weren't going to have one. So in this case, we decided ahead of time to let the residents know. I would hope that maybe the residents might let us off the hook next year. We can make it a law, but we better lobby them first. We can't do it. They'll say, you should be there. I don't care if it is a holiday, get to work. Then we got to do it. So under my report, I did mention earlier, and it's good that Mayor Ward came for Commissioner Sims. We will have that great good relationship, I believe, with Commissioner Gordon, is her name, Monica Gordon. She's a young lady. The adage has always been in government, can you be somewhere to stay there long enough to make a difference? So that's really what it's about, being young enough, which I'm not, so I'm not gonna be here eventually. So don't count me in for the long haul, because if you do, I'm gonna tell you no. It can't work that way. These jobs, we need to prepare the future for young people to take them. And that's really what has to happen at some point. It doesn't happen overnight. but we have to, and certainly in this, you all have been part of a rebuild, all of us have. We can all say that we've been part of that, but now there'll have to be some succession. We'll have to work on that. But we have to go get them, because I don't know, some of them are dormant, some of them aren't, and we have to tell them, hey, come on, let's do this. A few things under my report. Obviously, I want to miss the senior luncheon. You didn't mention that yet, right?
No.
That's on the 16th. Please, seniors come out. Some of the other people, if you're not seniors, still please stop by. I'm sure we can accommodate you a little bit, but just don't park in the handicap slot. You won't be old enough, you won't be a real senior if you come by. I had to throw that in. So one of my jokes, but Winter Wonderland is Saturday at 5 o'clock in the Park District. I usually don't announce the Halloween one as loud as you all do. So the Christmas one is the one I kind of yell about and jump up and down a little bit, because I scare easily at Halloween, so it doesn't work too well for me. So I want to mention as well, next Wednesday here in this room, there's not a lot of people here, but this does go online and people view it. I will have a town hall meeting here. It'll be the first official town hall meeting I've had since being in office, even from the last term. I've had a coffee and that was it in this room, and a lot of people come out. I will encourage the community to come out, and I intend, prior to taking on questions, is to give a state of the state, so to speak, of the community status and what's going on in the community, and try and talk about some of the things that we have passed as colleagues together in terms of a balanced budget and deficit reduction and a lot of different things that we've done as a team. I've seen other communities and other leadership say, I did it, it's all about me and all that stuff, and it doesn't work that way. This is not, you can't be an independent contractor and mayor, it just doesn't work. Village president, don't work like that. You have to work with your colleagues. I've talked with all of you all this week, or one way or another. The text is usually all the time. I talk with you in one way or another, all the time. We communicate. So that's why when I said what I did about receiving awards, I won't be around because I'm not going to be in contact with you. So, because we would have had enough by then. So, and God bless all of us at that point. You know, nothing to say, but that's how, and all of what I say at the dais here is to make the community better and stronger. I want a little bit of, I'm not woke, as some people say it's a woke thing. I'm not a woke, I'm just real. And I want to just be real about trying to make us stronger and better as a community. And I don't believe that, I told, I think it was, I don't know if I was even talking with Alderman Jones and I said this, but I said, or somebody, I said it to here recently, maybe today, is that all of these things in the community, when you hand out too much, it doesn't make them strong. They don't get healthy that way. And we gave out a lot of things in COVID, but some people have long-term COVID. I'm not going to keep you like that. I don't want us to be dependent. We should be strong. If there's a need, we should take care of people. We should do that. So I just always think that that's good for me to explain what the ideology here, what the vision is and why we're doing it. We had for the first time, I really have to say since 2019, in this room, we had a staff meeting, which we weren't able to quite do. I felt that we were in a position to get departments pretty stable. The police department, Chief Genius has been over there 7 months now, and I felt that it was time to try and have some dialogue with police and fire and all the departments, and I think that we had a 2-hour marathon, but it was intended or planned that it would take that long anyway because we had not met. But the next meeting shouldn't take more than an hour. But we had a lot of things that we took across from one another about what we're trying to do and how we're doing it, and how one department is helping the other get it done and relying on the department and depending on each other to do these things. So we're doing the things that we need to do to move the city, and the departments understand that. So with the cold months upon us, snow plows are ready.
I'm sorry, Mayor, I'm sorry, just on the town hall meeting, can you please repeat the date and time?
Town hall meeting is next week, next Wednesday in this room at December 14th at 7 o'clock. The snow plows are ready. One of the advantages we have with all the equipment that you all, as a council, have allowed us to purchase, and we've gotten it. You've all done a great, great, great thing for this city. Alderman Jones, you will not have to call about those cul-de-sacs. They have no excuse in the world to not get a cul-de-sac done. We've got vehicles that can get in there with no problem, and more than enough of them. So these are non-CDL vehicles. So we're in a good place with personnel and equipment to have a successful snow season for our residents. And I don't think have been this way since I can remember, back in the late 70s, early 80s. So in terms of people and equipment. And I thought we were good then, from what I remember. Alderman Barron, I looked at you because Alderman Barron hired me to work part-time in Public Works. If you remember that, that was in 1977. So we go back that far. So the last couple of items I wanted to mention is that I've been getting calls and letters about the roller rink. It's that time going into next year to start discussing that. So we will. I know that I did take a look at what's going on over there. We got left in pretty good shape. Still a couple of things going into next year that we have to button up on the roof. Still, it's a little bit of an issue, but the floor is in great, great shape. They left us in good condition, but I've talked with Mr. Champion today and Christina online, and we had a long meeting and trying to get ready to have some conversation about a plan of how to deal with that. And should even Disney want to come back, we want to make room for what we want to do and what advantage we can take of that. Probably more than $500,000 we got in terms of all of what they did. So I thought that would be worth mentioning tonight because people question it all the time, what's going on. But we're going to do it on Markham's county, in Markham style. We got to only do it because it's a taxpayer building. It's not a general public building. So we have to do it on our schedule. Last item, some of you may or may not know Ann Knight. Ann Knight's husband, William Knight, he passed away. He was 94 years old. Stopped by the other day. Big family, been here for many, many years. Ann Knight goes back to the days of precinct captains. Alderman Jones is shaking his head. He knows. Alderman Barron's been here a long time. And the Knight family was just known by everybody in Country Air and certainly throughout the community. A lot of people have known him. And to be 94 is an absolute blessing. And so with that, I was trying to do this in record time, and that's it. We'll go over to the city administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Happy holidays, everybody. Good evening to the council and members of the public. I just want to talk about the State of the City address that was next week, Mayor. Just want to let individuals know that if you are not aware, the City of Markham comprehensive plan is being modified currently, as well as rezoning is taking place. Keskin Associates will be in the room next week. There's going to be a community survey. They want the public's or the residents' input on some of the changes and if there's any recommendations from your end. So that survey will be online on our social platforms as well. There's a QR code, so if you have a smartphone, you can do the survey in real time, but there will be paper copies as well. So just want to kind of prep you all on that, and I'll make sure that the boards, elected officials, and the council members have those handouts as well. Mayor, just want to talk about some of the grants that we're working on. Right now, we're applying for a grant via the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. They're building projects for to help with flood mitigation. So our civil engineer is putting together our budget for that. So I'm looking forward to hopefully us getting secured a grant through MWRD. And with that being said, Mayor, there's also, I know you guys remember when Northwestern was here and they talked about the study over in Bel Air. There's a status meeting next week that we're going to be talking with Northwestern University, Greenprint, which is the non-for-profit organization that focuses on green infrastructure. They're helping identifying funding sources for these for the project over there. So I'm really excited about that. They are really aggressive with identifying grants on the federal level, the county, and the state level. So we're looking forward to having a conversation, just trying to get some movement on that particular project. Also, last but not least, Mayor, I had a meeting with the organization that is trying to, there's some funding from the federal government. They are trying to add additional lighting in neighborhoods for the city of Markham. So just had a meeting yesterday. I think advantage of grants and free resources that's going to improve the quality of life here in Markham. We have to take advantage of that because these kind of resources don't come around often. We have some great people in place that can help us secure this particular funding, but these are free resources. So looking forward to hopefully doing that. That concludes my report.
Mr. Champion, do you have the information from the county officials, online information for the study? Do you have that information tonight?
I did not bring it, man.
Okay, I was hoping you would have brought it, but we met with county officials about a roadway project that's going to start clear from Balmer Road on Kedzie that's going to go to 159th. Now, they may not have to go all the way to 159th because of the improvements on 159th, the intersection that was done by the state, IDOT. But they want, that survey is only open for another week, I think.
Yes, it's open.
They're about, so they did send postcard notifications from 167 to about 160 thereabout, to all the homes about that road improvement on Kansas. So that's going to happen. It's in the phase 1 study mode. So we told them that you would be the only person over there now, correct? And we would let you know as well as the rest of the board, the council. So that way you can inform them, and we'll help to let them know about the study. Because they had asked questions, and I'm sure Alderman Jones, that was once a year or two, right? And collectively, We know what have been hazards to think about, improvements that we can think about. Please let any of us know what you think, because one thing came up that I remember is the flooding in front of the courtroom. They needed to know that information when we were talking, and I was reminded, because they said, well, what are some of the issues? Not much. I said, wait a minute, flooding was an issue, and something else. So if you think of it, let us know, because they will improve that going forward. But then Mr. Champion brought in the map, the aerial map, and then I was reminded that I used to play baseball there. So there was a wetland basically at one point. So no wonder some of that was not mitigated through years. Some people, I don't mind dating myself. I'm going into this gracefully, folks. So I don't care. I played baseball over there, for that building was there. So I wasn't any good, but I played. So, Mr. Champion, make sure we get that out.
For sure. There was another project I know that they mentioned, near 57, I think.
The project from 159th to 127th on Pulaski. So it goes clear from there. So there's going to be some improvement from 159 going north. I'm pretty disappointed that they didn't get 6-7, to 5-9. I don't know. We'll talk to the new commissioner about it. Okay. But anyway, we'll have some improvements. And if anybody's seen 159th and Pulaski, Crawford, it's beautiful. It's just getting better and better. And we're going to continue to maintain the the southwest line. We're going to continue to keep it up. So until we get someone over, we had plenty of people that wanted. Then there were a couple setbacks about, but it's going to go in time. So that was it. Right?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to carry on, folks. We won't see you till next year. But I'll say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. Please be safe. And I'll go over to Aldermanic and Ward reports. Alderman Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to piggyback off what you were saying about the snow, I know we're getting to that season, I'm very, very important with that. But I do also see that people are parking on the streets overnight, so between 3 and 5. So if we can, get people out there, they're parking all up and down the streets. So they can look at that, it'd be great, because I saw them doing the cleaning the streets. They have to go around these cars, not just,
Okay.
So if we can definitely start, letting these people know, in the cars. I really appreciate it.
We're doing sign language already, right?
Okay. Good.
Let me know which area is particular concern.
Okay, definitely. We have willow, heather, magnolia, cypress, and then spalding.
And any other war we see it, please, let's go after. Thank you all.
The ComEd's pole has been down in the Detroit country here for a while. It's leaning.
It's still dark. Right?
Yes, and the pole is leaning. I'm afraid it's gonna fall.
Okay.
I
forgot about that part. Yeah, because it was pitch black when I went by there the other night, and I'm wondering what they were doing. Mr. Champion, we have to get Ms. Parker tomorrow to address that entrance to Country Air. Me and you both will have to get with her tomorrow. This has been, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks almost?
Yes.
Too long, too dangerous.
Yes, it's very dangerous.
And it's pitch black at that. But what I did do, day before yesterday, what I think we may do, and I didn't get a chance to do it today or yesterday, I talked with Mr. Clayton, and we were talking about just we got metal pole lights in the back, just put them on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just get it over, because then we could string our own lights on them for a holiday right there, because before we couldn't. So we got 2 metal poles, probably can just put them up, 2 metal lights,
Oh, nice.
like we did in Melvin.
Okay.
And they're in the back, so I'll do that in the morning.
Okay.
Because we already talked about, I drove back there yesterday or something and saw the lights still there. Because he thought, I thought I saw 4, he said we may have 8.
Nice.
Because we'll do 155th and Pulaski with a couple.
Okay, thank you.
So, all right, so tomorrow.
Great. Also, to piggyback off of the mayor about people passing, I mean, wow, I'm talking about people who's been in our community for over 30, 40 years. It's just, this month has just been a roller coaster. Every week I hear about someone passing. I just attended the funeral of Peggy Bartiz. She lived on Magnolia. She was a 40-year resident of the city of Markham. Ms. Reynolds just passed last week. The Fuden family, the Knight family, Mrs. Gloria Purnell, family, these people has been a community, anchored the community, and they're passing. So, I wish we could do some kind of video, record like history. Right. They mean, every time someone dies, we lose a century, years of history, 100 years of history because what they know. So, my head go out to the families, the Reynolds family, the Filton family, the Barty family, and everyone else who's passed this year, this month.
Definitely be prayerful for all of them. So, right, with, we brought up this Brian last month, or this month, right?
Yeah, she just at the funeral.
Passed, so, she's 100 years old.
Wow.
So, you're so right, and then Mr. Knight, 94, a lot of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
A lot of history,
And someone once said at the diocese, and you said it's getting late in the evening for a lot of them. So true. It really is. So, we need to count our blessings with each of the people. That's why I said what I did about Mr. Sid. The people that are wise, why you can. It's so important, not miss those moments of time because they won't. So, but it's up to us to carry the legacy, and we will.
That's right. The Vermont Township is having the produce mobile program this coming Friday from 10:30 to 12:30. From 10:30 to 12:30, produce mobile. So if you want some free produce, please come by the township right next door. We'll be distributing a drive-through. Please come by, and then I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much for that on the right. Good evening, Alderman Mary.
Good evening. The first thing I'd like to comment is on our street lighting. It was interesting yesterday, you and I were both at the meeting. Our superintendent was out of town at a hardware store, and we got the nicest compliment that Markham's got the nicest street lights out anywhere in the South Suburbs.
Decoration.
Of course, that made him feel really good because he put them all up.
He was actually in Homewood, getting some tarps at the hardware store, and they asked him about our lights, our Christmas lighting. They said something, in fact, one of the people, I see somebody in the audience that's from Hazel Crest, and he said, "Oh, I live in Hazel Crest." He says, "Well, we ain't got to say everything he said about Hazel Crest, especially since he's in the audience." But we kind of got one up on Hazel Crest in the hills right now, both. Yeah. So, and they used to always outdo us on 183rd, but we kind of got it right. You looking good now, man. All right. You're so right.
And you mentioned we put up almost 200 lights, so,
yes.
Wood Street, Dixie Highway, Kedzie, 159, it's absolutely beautiful. It's better than it was last year, and it just keeps improving, so, and I've got a lot of comments on it, so I just thought that was nice to mention. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday going forward. Be careful. It's also going to start getting colder, so you want to check on your neighbors. This has been a brutal year for my board as far as losing citizens. All my neighbors where I grew up on Sunset, they're all gone. I have none left. And as a matter of fact, you can keep former Alderman Dudek in your prayers because she had a minor setback and she's right now she's in a rehab center, strengthening up, but she's 92. You know, she served the city with distinction. And of course, now to another subject. Tax bills came out, and I'm sure everybody was thrilled with that. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep saying it. You should appeal your taxes every year. Okay? And I think that the more people appeal, I think the more attention we're going to draw to stock sellers. I think that we're unfairly taxed. And I think Markham is doing something to improve that by trying to improve our commercial base. And that's going to help us down the line. Amazon, some of the new projects that we've got coming in probably 2023. All these things are going to help. But it's not going to help us with our tax bill that's due at the end of the month. So please fight it. I fight mine. I've been fighting it for 21 years. I've won twice. This year I'm going to do something a little bit different. See what happens. That being said, the Park District has their Winter Wonderland, which is Saturday at 5 p.m. The seniors are having a lunch. Also, we have a tree lighting over at the Nature Prairie on 155th Street, and that is on the 13th, I believe. The 13th at 6 p.m., 5 p.m., I'm sorry. So, anybody that would like to see that, please attend. And I wish everybody a healthy and happy New Year.
Alderman, when you mentioned taxes, though, I'm glad you followed up about your tax bill and saying what we're doing about it. I always try to make that clear that you all, you know, all of us, you know, together do what we can to make it better. We're not going to realize overnight what Amazon will do for us, but even with the things that you do to rebate people, I'll use that word, to come or incentivize them to come. That's even better word. It's a give and take. And you hope that you can collect as a result of what you do. So I'm glad that you all are doing what you can to get that message to the residents, and then we're working to set the groundwork for people to come to our community. And they'll come if we continue on this path. But it just, everybody says, well, I really want a restaurant, or I want, well, first of all, Macy's is not coming. That's the reality. That's not something that we're going to get. But, so we have to be realistic about what we're doing to incentivize people to want to come, not just to business, but people to live here. And if they know that these wards or these parts of the community is out of control, why would they even come to have business much less live here? So we have to continue to change the culture. You all are doing that, doing a great job at it. And we're working towards that goal. And we don't take down at our borders about what happens in Markham. You don't like what happens within here. To live right, you can go out of the borders and live where you want. And that's how the community gets better. And we ask people in a kind way all the time to exercise the down street somewhere else, not the Hazel place. We don't send them over there. So just kidding. But thank you, Alderman Barron, and good evening, Alderman Hammond.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Good evening, residents, City of Markham. Just very, very brief. I had opportunity to coordinate a little, the Christmas greetings, with Rick. We're gonna have our Christmas greeting on December 14th and the 15th at 4 p.m. Rick is asking all the aldermen to, look for at least about 2 families and your ward to actually come out and participate in the greetings. So aldermen, please get an opportunity to talk with Rick, and he can give you more details in reference to that. Also, wow, the season has ended, and we was just really seeing a big difference in these easements. The season is over, so of course it's cold, and so the crew will actually start back up next year, spring. So we'll make sure that we can get done as well. And then, last but not least, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Not Happy New Year, because I'll see each other then. But at least Merry Christmas to everyone. Please stay safe. Enjoy your holiday. Love your family. Stay prayed up. And just like Jones was saying, which is very, very common, Jesus is the reason for the season. That's all I have, man.
All right, thank you, Alderman Hampton. Good evening, Lady Michelle.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, residents that are present on tonight. On 159, right by Amazon, right beneath the billboard, I noticed this morning, around 6 o'clock this morning, there's trucks now parking there. And I don't know where the trucks are coming from, but there were 2 semi-trucks parked there, and I didn't get a chance to call or anything, so I'll check it again in the morning when I leave at 5, but they're parking under the sign. Also on Wishanar, there's a big mobile home parked over there.
Walking on.
Yes.
Keep your visit down.
I actually sent the cars there today, but I'm not sure what happened with it.
Oh, on Washington?
Yeah.
What about, you have somebody check
I
this?
don't exactly know where she is, I'll talk to her.
Okay, talk with Chief after.
Okay.
About that.
And for the residents that did not know, we did lose Mother Bryan. We did have her home going on Tuesday. So continue to pray for that family. Mother Bryan had just made 100 years old. And I want to wish everyone a very happy Christmas, Happy New Year, because I think when we come back, it will be a new year. Be safe with your families, enjoy your families, spread some love, have some eggnog, make some cookies, and we will see you next year. And I am looking to do bigger and better things in the second ward. We did many different events this year, but I'm praying and hoping that God will give me strength to continue to do even more and just to make the second ward even bigger and better. Thank you all.
All right, thank you. So with that, we'll go over to public session.
Mayor, I made a motion that we open the floor to public.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Who do we have?
I have no one signed in.
All right.
Make a motion that we close the floor to the vote.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, and the motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn, man.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.